Good morning, students. Welcome back to our maths class. Myself, Mr. Shagufta Sheikh, is again back with our lesson number 10. Students, in our previous video, we had seen what is mixed fraction. A fraction like 1.5 is called a mixed fraction. And also we had seen 1 and 1 upon 4 is read as 1 and a quarter. And 1 and 1 upon 2 is also read as 1.5. And 1 and 3 upon 4 is also read as 1 and 3/4. And now we will move further. Students, today we'll be seeing what do we mean by comparing fractions. Means how to compare between the two fractions. Now here 5 strips are given and some part of it are shaded. So according to it we have to write the fraction of each strips. Now in the first there are two parts and only one part is shaded, so the fraction will be 1 upon 2. In the second part, in the second strip, there are three parts and only one part is shaded, so the fraction we will write here is 1 upon 3. In the third strip, there are four parts and only one part is shaded, so the fraction here will be 1 upon 4. In the fourth strip, there are 5 parts and only one part is shaded, so the fraction here will be 1 upon 5. And in the last strip there are 6 parts and one part is shaded, so the fraction here will be 1 upon 6. Now here we will see how to compare the fractions, all these fractions. So here in the first strip, can you see only two parts are there, but one part is greater than the second strip. In the second strip we have three parts and in the first we have only two parts, but each part is greater than the second strip part. So 1 upon 2 is greater than 1 upon 3. In the same way you can see 1 upon 3 is greater than 1 upon 4 and 1 upon 4 is greater than 1 upon 5 and 1 upon 6 is greater than 1 upon 5 is greater than 1 upon 6. So as the denominator of the fractions with numerator keeps on increasing, the value of the fraction goes on decreasing. Have you all understood? Now in the next question. Now look at the pictures and the fractions written in the boxes and answer the following questions. First question is, which is the smaller fraction, 1 upon 2 or 1 upon 3? As in the previously only we had seen that 1 upon 2 is greater than 1 upon 3. So the 1 upon 3 is the smaller fraction. Now question number second, which is the smallest fraction, 1 upon 5 or 1 upon 6? So as we have seen, 1 upon 5 is greater than 1 upon 6 and 1 upon 6 is the smaller fraction. Now question number third, which is the bigger fraction, 1 upon 3 or 1 upon 5? Now the greater will be 1 upon 3. So 1 upon 3 is the bigger fraction. Now here we have to write less or greater in the boxes given below. So first we will see, first fraction is 1 upon 3 dash 1 upon 2. So 1 upon 3 is smaller than 1 upon 2. So the sign here we will use is this one, less than. 1 upon 3 is less than 1 upon 2. Next fraction is 1 upon 3 dash 1 upon 4. Now here 1 upon 3 is greater than 1 upon 4. Now in the third one, 1 upon 5 dash 1 upon 3. Now again here 1 upon 3 is greater than 1 upon 5. In this we have to see the denominator. The greater the denominator, lesser will be the fraction. In the next, here 1 upon 2 dash 1 upon 3 dash 1 upon 4 dash 1 upon 5 dash 1 upon 6. Now here 1 upon 2 is greater than 1 upon 3 and 1 upon 3 is greater than 1 upon 4. 1 upon 4 is greater than 1 upon 5 and 1 upon 5 is greater than 1 upon 6. In this way you have to write in the boxes. Now question number 5. As the denominator of the fractions with the numerator 1 keeps increasing, what happens to the value of the fraction? What will happen, student? Yes, as the denominator of the fraction with the numerator 1 keeps increasing, the value of the fraction goes on decreasing. As we have seen, greater the denominator, its value will be less. See, the value of the fraction decreases. Now question number 6. Which is the smaller fraction, 1 upon 6 or 1 upon 9? Why? Yes, student. Which fraction will be the smaller? Yes. 1 upon 9 is the smaller of the given fractions. The denominator of the fraction 1 upon 6 is 6. The denominator of the fraction 1 upon 9 is 9. As we have seen previous, greater the denominator, the value of the fraction will be decreasing. So 1 upon 9 is smaller than 1 upon 6. Have you all understood? Now question number 7. Fill in the boxes below with the proper sign. Now again here they have given us the boxes and we have to put the proper sign, less, equal to, less than or greater than. Now here first is 1 upon 8 dash 1 upon 10. So 1 upon 10 is smaller and 1 upon 8 is greater. So here we will put greater sign. 1 upon 8 is greater than 1 upon 10. Next is 1 upon 5 dash 1 upon 3. So here 1 upon 3 is greater than 1 upon 5. 1 upon 4 dash 1 upon 2. Now here 1 upon 4 is smaller than 1 upon 2. 1 upon 2 is greater. So you will use greater. 1 upon 3 dash 1 upon 3. Now both the fractions are equal. So here we will put equal to sign in this manner. Okay, have you all understood till here? Now next question. Question number 8. You have a fruit. Using that fruit, how will you explain to your friend that 1 upon 4 is less than 1 upon 2? Now you have one fruit and according to that we have to explain your friend that 1 upon 4 is smaller than 1 upon 2. So how you will explain? First you will cut that one fruit into 4 pieces and in that way you will explain. See, suppose if there is one apple, if we divide it into 2 equal parts, one part of this is 1 upon 2. If we divide one apple into 2 parts, one part will be 1 upon 2. Now divide the other half into 2 equal parts. Now again we have to divide the both half into 2 parts. So one part of this is 1 upon 2 of the 1 upon 2. Means 1 upon 4 part of the whole. Therefore 1 upon 4 part is smaller than 1 upon 2 part. So therefore quarter part is smaller than half part. Have you all understood? You have to take one apple, then first cut into half. Then again what you will do? Again that half you will cut into 2 equal parts. So how many parts will become of apple? There will be total 4 parts will become. First you will explain your friend by cutting it into half. That half part will be greater than, then when you will cut it into quarter, at that time compare all that 4 parts and in this way you can explain your friend that half part is greater than quarter. I Hope you all might have understood what do we mean by comparing fraction, how to compare the fractions. So the remaining part we will continue in our next video. And kindly subscribe our channel to receive further notification. Thank you.